good, heavy hitters? So, you guys think going to prison is a joke. You know, you think that, oh, fucking cops are running, you know, let's run from the cops or whatever. So, I just want you guys to know, at this one prison, there were 3 murders in 2 days. Delano officials at Kern Valley State Prison, Corcoran, are investigating an incident which occurred yesterday on the Facility B recreational yard as a homicide. On Thursday, April 30th, at approximately 1:30 p.m., correctional officers responded when inmates Matthew whatever and Michael whatever attacking inmate Robert whatever with an inmate manufactured weapon. The officers ordered them to stop, and when the attackers did not comply, they used the chemical agents to stop their assault. So they just continued stabbing the shit out of them, which you have to do. You cannot fucking go, the cops yell, stop, and you go, okay. You keep doing what your mission was. You're on a mission, get that mission done, okay? Havgard suffered from multiple stab wounds to his neck, his back, chest, and abdomen. He was taken to the institutional triage and treatment area and was later taken to an outside hospital for treatment. He was pronounced deceased at 2:40 p.m. at the hospital by the on-duty physician. Handgrab 48 years old, when you're supposed to be out here trying to be a grandpa, trying to live life, you know, not trying to do this. So, had been in prison since May of '94, guys. He's been down a long time, okay? He was admitted from Riverside County and was serving life without the possibility of parole for first-degree murder. So basically, all he did was get early paroled. Inmate Thompson, 38, was admitted from San Diego County on May 11th, 2009 to serve a 14-year sentence for attempted second-degree murder and 5-year enhancement for prior felony conviction of a serious offense. So this 14-year, he came in 2009, and here it is, 20. So he had another 2 years to do, and now he just got hemmed up. He's doing life without. You can bank on it. He's 47 years old. Argaza was received on March, okay, let me see. Open 2005 houses. So, investigate service. Anyway, my point is, these guys were all like between 48 and 52. You know, all my age bracket, still living the life, man. You got to be putting in that work if you're there, and you owe money. You know, some of these dudes may just do that shit on purpose. You know what I mean? They're sick of being down. They're sick of living in fear all the time and putting it off as braveness, bravado. You know what I mean? Fucking like they're hard. Because you walk around like that at all times, 24/7. You got that mean mug on your face. What's up, homie? All right. It's all good. You know what I mean? That's how they're living at 50 years old. One dude in here, so one of the other dudes that was murdered was 73 years old, okay? He'd been down for a long time, you know, 73 years old, fucking being murdered in prison, you know, and his shit started off as, this is one of the other guys that was murdered. His shit, it started off as a car chase, you know, gone bad. So, he'd been down a long time too. 73 years old, man. Getting fucking just getting that blade pumped into you, man. And this other cat, you know, fucking supposed to go home in 2 years. Probably been telling his girl the whole time, I love you. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Mom, I'm going to be different when I come home. Fucking, oh, hang on. I owe some money for some dope. And I either got to move on him or they're going to move on me. It ain't a puzzle, man. It ain't a puzzle. These are supposed to be the relaxation times, the relaxation years of their life, man. You know, you kids think it's slick to, you know, jump in the car and catch a little chase on because you're watching fucking some video game, whatever, the Grand Theft Auto and all this crazy bullshit. Let me slap that hoe, you know. I noticed people are using YouTube for Gangbang Central anymore, man. I didn't think that that's what all this shit was about. You know, and I sure hate to think that I did all this time to fucking just get a YouTube channel, you know. If you guys think this pays, you guys are fucking crazy, okay? We do this out of the goodness of our heart, the majority of us, you know. I'm not seeking fame anymore. I'm about as famous as I need to be. You know, I go out everywhere and people are like, hey, what's up? And nobody ever talks shit to me when I'm out there either. So you see me, if you guys have the problems with me, you're not speaking up. For those of you that are catching the positive message, I appreciate you, man. I just want to say that I appreciate you, and I appreciate the fact that you're open-minded enough to try and enjoy the last of your life. You know, being booked at 73 years old, man, that's... You know, you guys may ask yourself, was Badger always some, you know, this half a fag fucking book reading, you know, whatever. You know, I can assure you that that wasn't the case, you know. I just got tired of walking around with all that hate inside, you know. I mean, fucking trust me, I had plenty of hate for plenty of people, you know. All races, including my own. So, and that's not how I live today. I'll hug whoever the fuck I want. And you know what? I'm out here. I get to do that. You know, nobody tells me what to do today. That's not true. Harriet tells me what to do quite often, and I do it. So, you know, I just want to let you guys know, man. You guys, you know, one bad choice, man. And next thing you know, you're on a little chase. And then next thing you know, you're catching all these additional charges. And California is no longer fucking with people, man. They are breaking you off, you know, and escape, you know, everybody that gets life, that's their first thought, I'll escape. I can assure you this, it's not as easy as you think, but it's not as hard as they make it out to be either, you know. I was there when old boy escaped from fucking Tracy. You know, my cellie told me too, he said, man, I'm just going to wait till mama dies. And he must have been, well, let's put it this way, he had been down since the year I was born, man. And, you know, I was 38 at the time. So, I don't know how long, you know, that, so he's been down 50-something years, you know, right now. So that tells you how old he is. And when mama dies, I was like, God damn, still doing one-handed pull-ups, all that. And he had that prison down, you know. His job allowed him access to every part of that prison. You know, being the plumber has its benefits. Being on light crew has its benefits, man. Especially if you're doing a life sentence and you're looking to get out. Let's not be doing a life sentence. Let's not have to worry about escape, you know. Guys, open your eyes, man. You know, no, I wasn't always some book reading half a fag, you know. Not that I got any problems with queers either, because I really just don't. I don't have a problem with anybody today. Everybody, I'm nobody to judge anybody. I can assure you that. I've been a savage. I've been a fucking soft motherfucker. I've been all the above. Who am I to judge anybody, you know? With that said, you know, there's certain, I can't even call them people, there's certain insects in life that just need eliminated, and it's just not my job to eliminate them anymore, you know. There's a God out there, and I fully believe that today, and punishments will be due. You know, they'll be given to who they're supposed to be given to. I hope I don't fall into that category anymore. I don't know, this video is really going nowhere. It's just, I was thinking, tripping, you know, 3 murders in 2 days, man. That's like when Folsom had that 9 murders in 1 day, you know, when another organization was trying to start up and it wasn't being had, you know. There was one prison gang, that's it. There was one prison gang. And trying to start another one back in the 80s, it wasn't the thing to do, let me tell you. It wasn't a very bright idea. So the savage of the savages were brought in, and that's it, you know. Yeah, they may not have had Born to Lose tattooed on them, but they had it tattooed on them, if you get what I'm saying. Um, don't be that guy, man. Don't be that guy. You know, you ain't got to be hard. You don't need to go do some fat ass issue because not everybody's coming home. You know, Joey's got a great message, you know, free from Fetters Grove, you know, just being free. You know, I love when we talk, when we yuck it up, man. Somebody who's been there, you know, like Mitch Smiley, you know, Hard Intentions. You know, I like chopping it up with him, man. We all talk aside, you know, from YouTube. We all, you know, text, whatever, and we touch bases. You know why? Birds of a feather flock together. So those are my people, man. That's where I feel comfortable. That's who I reach out to. But now, if you're my people and you feel you got a story, you know, that's worth telling, okay? Like, you were this dirtbag and now you're trying. Doesn't mean you succeeded yet. I'm okay with that. As long as you're trying each and every day, get at me. Let's video up, man. You know, for those of you hitting me with mail, P.O. Box 572-875, Tarzana, California, 91357. You know, those that are touching me regularly over there, I appreciate you. You know, times are rough and YouTube doesn't pay anything. The studios ain't taking care of me, that's for sure. You know, tax season, I'm stressing out on all this stuff, but you know what? There's no sense in worrying. You know, everything's going to play out the way it's going to play out. I used to feel the same way on the yard when I'd be worried about knowing there was a riot getting ready to kick off, boot up. You know what I mean? Stay booted. That way you ain't stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And that's our motto. You know, I don't have to live like that today. You know, and I'm so grateful for that. I don't know, I was just tripping, 73 years old, you know, fucking being murdered on a prison yard. Fucking not the way to go. Not a cool, you know, family story. So, and 3 murders at one prison. That's just one prison. Welcome to California. You know what I mean? Get your hand shook, money took, name put on a hospital book. You know what I mean? City of no pity. It's just how it is. Always screaming for vengeance, you know what I mean? Searching for victims, SFV. These are not just mottos, you know, they're not just sayings, they're things we live by when we're in the life. SFV, searching for victims, you know, screaming for vengeance, you know. That's how we live, and I don't live that way today, man. I'm not gangbanging with anybody on here and gonna drive some distance to go fight with somebody. You know what I mean? Somebody brings something to me, there it is there. But other than that, I'll tell you this. I do, at all costs, try to avoid any and all situations. I'm not trying to be hemmed up for the retaining of my life behind a little fight. May as well just call it a wrap and jump on until I see gray matter, right? Right. So why do I want to live like that? I didn't want to walk around out here like when I got out. The attitude that I had, you know, people would cross the street, literally, they would just feel that aura of me. And now I just can walk around, man. If you're really crazy, walk around with a smile, man. Say hi to somebody, you know what I mean? Show you're really not afraid. That's what I dare challenge you to do, you know? That guy that you think you're scared of, you know what it's like for me when I walk up into the crowds and I talk to these homeless people trying to, you know, get them into bed, trying to get them up off the streets. Half of them don't want to be off the streets, man. I still walk up in there and I'm like, hey, what's good, fellas? You know, ma'am, you know, I address them correctly. I speak to them. Some of these people just being acknowledged is quite a feat for them. They're grateful as hell for that, you know. So many people just see right through them, you know. And not to say that they didn't do this to themselves. I'm not justifying anything, but I may not be able to change the world, but I can change one person's world, one person at a time, man. And I try and do my best because just because, my karma is my karma, and I don't want to. When it comes time to go enter Valhalla, man, I just want to know I did a warrior's feat. Now, a warrior's feat doesn't necessarily mean fighting battles to, slay victims. It could mean, fighting to help. The reason I joined the clique to begin with was to, be a part of something. And that part, being a part of that something means protection. I don't forget the fellas. You don't hear me naming their names. Now, the reason this story was brought to me was the guy that I interviewed got at me bad. Did you see what's going on over here? They're all in his yard. You guys were here when I interviewed him. He was on the phone. A Q&A, I guess it would be called. And he's all, it's active, man. It's still going on, This is the same guy that said to me, I hope you have a happy new year. And I said, fucking, I want a great new year. And he said, better. The only thing I got to look forward to is an uneventful year. They're on lockdown right now, so hoping them stores are fat, or else they're going to be up and they're starving. $2.42 a day is what they're entitled to. That's what they're allotted to feed you. There's an arrest made every 2.5 seconds in, the United States, man. Every 2.5 seconds there's an arrest. Bam, arrest. Bam, there's an arrest. Bam, there's an arrest. Bam, there's an arrest. You get it? Don't be a part of that crowd, man. If you're doing janky shit, decide and know that this all comes with it. It's all part of the territory. Just know the rules is all I'm asking you to do. Know the rules and know that they're always subject to change. It's like walking on quicksand all the time. Just when you think you know something, guess what? Your name's in the hat. And being put on the shelf ain't nothing nice, I can assure you. That's a comfortable spot, just being put on the shelf. But when you're put in the hat, that's when things are all bad. When I yuck it up with the fellas, I bring up names of people that, would not lock it up no matter what, and people still tried to get them, and they still sent them back with their own knives stuck in their own necks or something. These were some pretty bad fellas that would not lock it up, and to be called a good dude, when they were already being called whatever, may as well just, pride and ego, man. It'll get you murdered every time. I can guarantee you that. Trust and believe, man. Ego's not your amigo. And when I say that, they mean that, man. Seriously, I challenge all you guys, to just smile and say, hey, how you doing? What's good, fellas? You know what I mean? What's good, guys? And it feels good to do it, man. That's the only reason I do it. I don't do it because I'm scared. I don't do it for any other reason except it feels good. And I like to feel good. So, who wants somebody around them that's fucking crazy all the time, you mad dog, and fucking, who wants that, man? Always doing stupid shit. You think people are drawing attention to you, that's the wrong attention. They don't want you around. They're just quiet about it, and they don't say nothing. I'm this guy to say something like, hey, homie, you take that shit down the road. We ain't fucking putting up with that bullshit around here. Same thing with the meetings, man. You come in fucking selling that K10 high-power bullshit, Nobody gives a fuck. You're fucking lying. It's spray painted all over your face, Even the stories that I disclosed on here, that's why I do Patreon the way I do Patreon, because I don't like to disclose anything. I don't forget the people that got me through prison. I did not get through that by myself. I can assure you of that. Just thinking, salute to the fellows that did get me through, that are doing all day, or that have already been taken out. The game doesn't end just because I left. That's what it didn't do. And know this, when you join a clique inside, you join a clique. You don't come out here and then all of a sudden, forget the fellas, get married and, do some janky shit. There's a few fellas that are doing that, Guess what? Their numbers come up, man. That's why I'm a firm believer in karma. I've watched it way too many times to know that it actually exists. That's what I do know. It does exist. That's why I got out of the game. That's why I was like, here, I fold this hand. You know what I mean? Because it's a losing hand. And I love poker, but I'm tired of chasing that straight, man. I'll tell you that right now. If you're chasing that straight, you know, chasing that four of a kind, do yourself a favor, man. Surrender. Surrender to whatever, you know, find something that works for you. Just try and make it kind, you know, loving and understanding. You try those things and see how it works, because you're asking something, a being of your choice, to have that for you. Why don't you try and have that for the next individual? You know, don't think that I hear some bullshit going on. I'm like, man, I wish this guy would shut up. I go into judgment immediately. You know, I just do it differently today. It's just like fear in the institutions, you know. I sported fear with me 24/7. It's a very healthy fear. It wasn't all pinochle and volleyball games, I can assure you that. You know, what I get to do today, I have a beautiful girl that I go to bed with every night, you know. I get to hear her dig on my ass when I'm not doing something right. So I get to wash dishes. Tonight I made steak and yams. Steak and yams. What do you think my boy would have done? Any one of those dudes would have murdered somebody for a steak and yams tonight. I guarantee you that. You just ask somebody inside April, I got this ribeye for you and a nice fat half a yam, sour cream and chives. You know what I mean? Take that dude out. That dude's no longer on the yard, let me tell you. So listen, guys, you know, I'm not trying to come at you any kind of disrespectful way. I'm just saying, surrender, man. Put down what you're doing and try and make the world a better place by being a better person in it. That's all. Just try, one person at a time, man. Pay it forward, as they say. It's worth it. The feeling that you get to feel inside here is worth it. You don't get to have to carry that all day, man. I remember just all day. Somebody would do something that would stay with me all day, you know, until I did something about it. Or anger is a disease as well. Trust me. You know, hostility is a disease as well. You get stuck in that realm, and it's not a place to be, you know. I'm out here with people like Big Herc, you know. I got JD, you know. I got Tim Snow, you know. I got all these guys that know where I've been, and I've been in the same spots, and they tell their story, and it reminds me that I don't want to go back there. My story wasn't just a fucking long dream, you know, more of a nightmare. Yeah. So about Patreon, I was trying to tell my story in timelines, try and follow the timeline, but I can't remember shit like that. So what I'm doing now is I'm just telling this, you know, incidents that occurred, the highlights, you know, like March 4th, nothing happened. I went to school today, and, you know, I stole 2 welding rods on the way back, chucked them over the fence, and we had 2 pieces to, you know, make. It's not like that. I'm just telling the highlights of the story. I was trying to follow it, and I'll get shit mixed up and confused. Because realistically, it was just one giant, long Groundhog Day, you know? With a whole bunch of bad incidents in it. You know, you take the worst of humanity and put us all together. And that's where I lived. You know, I've seen the craziest, stupidest shit you ever imagined. And behind what? You know? Boy, Tim, he said that riot lasted over 8 jellies. 8 jelly packs. Lasted for 2 years. You know? Off lockdown. Back on site. You know? At medical. Back on site. You know? Anywhere you go. Back on site. I don't have to live like that today. You know? Get that kite, mandatory cell extraction. Gotta flood your cell. Come on, man. It's just not even cool, you know. Anyway, more to come. Salute to all those warriors that are trying to put in the work to be a better person, man. Nothing but love and respect. Shout out to the entire tribe, you know. Don Coleman, another good guy from war, you know. He puts in his part on a regular, you know. Have you guys caught any of War's stuff? You know, they're great. WAR stands for Workout and Recovery. Workout and Recovery. So for those of you that are doing the recovery angle of it, please go there and listen to them, support them, you know. They're a bunch of great guys, you know. They're trying to do the same, get people off the streets, man. And it takes a special kind of somebody to do that, because we have to deal with these people. You know why I was so mad about the last individual is because they ended up going there, eating everyone's food, you know, in the middle of the night, eating their shit, and then stealing a bunch of people's shit and boogied. All that was on my name, on my bed. You know, I wasn't very pleased about it. You know, I wanted to give the bed up, but I'm not going to do that to the kid that's in there right now. I'm not going to do it, you know. Week to week right now, though, things are struggling for everybody, and if things are struggling for you, and my hat's off to you for getting up another day, brushing off and pushing forward. Keep pushing, man. That's all I can tell you. So that's enough ranting on my end. You know, I just wanted 3 murders in 2 days, man. I'm so grateful to be out of the life. I'm so grateful not to be there dealing with that shit anymore. You know, hope their TV's working in their cell, man, because they're going to be on lockdown for a while. Anyway, salute, you know, nothing but love and respect. Let's see. Quadrix Design, look what's sitting behind me still, my boy. I know I got your message. I understand. I told you I could send you a little bit of money to help get it over here too. So he's trying to mail the painting, you know. Let's maybe look into his artwork. You guys go on Instagram, Quadrix Design, and maybe purchase some of his art if you got it like that. He's badass. He's got some sick work, man, you know. I don't know. Lots of people got lots of talents. I never had any of that. I never had those talents. I didn't have drawing like Smiley. I didn't have tattooing, you know. I didn't have any of that. Mine was always the bad way. You know, fucking, I hate to say it, but some extortion, you know. Yeah, anyway, I didn't have nobody to lean on, so what's the skin to do, you know? Anyway, love and respect, shout out to everybody, man. Treat the next individual as you would want to be treated, because if somebody else treated you the way you treat you, I'm pretty sure you'd take their win and give them a dirt nap, right? Right. So treat yourself as well, you know? That's where it starts. Start treating yourself good. You'll feel good. You'll treat the next individual well. All right? That's a Diet Dr. Pepper to you, and a bunch of love and respect. Shout out to the entire tribe. I got a beautiful woman waiting in the next room, and that's where I'm headed right now. It's bedtime. Salute.